Hey guys, it's Jamie. I'm here to talk to you about bobble stitches and 3 different ways to make the bobble stitch depending on the look you're going for or maybe what your pattern is calling for. Before we get into how to do it, I just want to give you a few tips on how bobble stitches are worked. First, they're always done on wrong side rows, so you're actually going to make them on the back side of your work. And then when you after you finish making them, the bobble actually pushes through to the other side of the work. So you'll see it when you flip your work back over. Bobble stitches are made using double crochet stitches that you don't quite complete before you add another double crochet. And then at the end, you'll tie them all together. I know that's a little confusing, so we'll walk through it step by step. But I want to turn the work here to show you that I made 3 different bobble stitches here. So you can see they have a little bit of a raise, a little bigger raise, and a really prominent bump here. So each of these rows are made with 3 double crochet stitches, 4 double crochet stitches, or 5 double crochet stitches. Your pattern can call for any one of these, and it's really kind of up to you on which preference you like as well. So just know that your pattern is going to call for a different number, and you can do which one you prefer, but I'll walk you through each one of these. Okay, so let's get started with the bobble stitch. Here we have the work just started in rows. The bobbles are done always on the wrong side of your work. So when you're making patterns that have bobbles in them, often you'll find a row of bobbles and then you'll have a different row on the way back. And then the bobbles will start again to keep the bumps on the same side of your work. So let's start with some single crochet stitches because we want to keep the bobble like popped out on the work. So we're going to start with single crochets because they're short and they will make that bump really pop. And the first kind of bobble we're going to do has 3 double crochet stitches in it. You're just not going to do them individually. You're going to do them all into the same spot and all at the same time, and then we're going to close it together. So let me show you what I mean. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. When you have 2 rows or 2 loops left on your hook, you're going to do another double crochet back into the same spot. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have 2 stitches together still on our hook here. We're going to do a 3rd double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have the loop that was on our hook, and then we have 1 loop for each of the 3 double crochet stitches. And we're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on our hook. So that's going to make 1 complete bobble stitch. Now, if I look at it, there's not really anything to it. It's kind of flat, no real bump to it yet. Remember, we're on the wrong side or the back side of our work. In order to get that bump to really puff out, we're going to go into our next stitch with another single crochet stitch. So insert your hook, finish out your single crochet, and because that kind of pulls the bobble cluster of stitches back down, it kind of shortens them because double crochet stitches are taller. You can see that on the other side of my work, now that cluster is really sticking out. Okay, let's do a few more bobbles in this row. Okay, usually we have single crochet stitches leading up to it. We're going to use 3 double crochet stitches And we're not going to finish them out until we have all 3 partially on our hook. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull yarn over and pull through 2. That's 1 partially done double crochet. Then you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have 2 double crochet stitches started. Let's do the 3rd one into the same spot. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now let's close the bobble stitch. Yarn over and pull. You can pinch the cluster with your thumb and forefinger if that helps as you pull through all of the loops. Let's make it really pump out there by doing another single crochet into the stitch next to you. From the back side of the work, you can tell there's just a little pucker in the material. You don't quite see it yet. Let's do a couple double crochets or single crochets. We'll do one more bobble. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, back into the same spot, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, that's 2, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through all the stitches. Okay, they're all in the same stitch together. Then we want a single crochet to get the bump pumped out there. And I'm going to finish off this row with just regular single crochet stitches. Okay, here's the back side. Take note that these are the top 2 loops of the bobble stitches. They kind of want to curl to the back side. So when you flip back over to the front side, just be aware that even though it's 3 stitches into 1, there's only 1 set of loops, the top 2 loops for that bobble stitch itself. So I'm going to chain 1, turn my work. Here I'm on the front side of my piece, so you can see, I'll lay these bobbles down, you can see them nicely bumped out here. And we're gonna do, the next row is just gonna be single crochet stitches all the way across, so that we can turn back to the wrong side and keep making our bobbles. There's our bobbles, you can see them. See how much they really plump out. And then from the back side, it's virtually flat. There's just a tiny indentation that you can see where that bobble is. You can also push them through with your fingers. So let's do a couple more rows of single crochet, and then I'll show you another version of the bobble stitch. The next version of the bobble stitch is going to be with 4 double crochet stitches. I want you to be able to see what the difference is, because you might like one version over the other when you're making your projects. Even if the pattern that you're following calls for one, you might try out a few different ones to see if you like them better. So let's do a couple of single crochets to get started. Okay, the first time we did bobbles, we did 3 double crochets. Let's do 4 double crochets. So again, yarn over, insert your hook, get to the point where you have 2 loops left, and go back down for 1 more double crochet. Let's go back down again for a 3rd one. Back down again for a 4th one. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets on your hook, plus the loop that you started with, so 5 total loops, and then you will yarn over and pull through all the loops. Single crochet into your next stitch. Let's do a couple more bobbles here. Yarn over, double crochet, almost completed, another double crochet, 3 double crochets, we need 1 more. So I have 4 double crochets, 5 loops total, yarn over, pull through all the loops. Let's do a single crochet next to it, 2 more single crochets, and we'll do 1 more bobble stitch so we can see what this looks like. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, one more double crochet. Okay, 4 double crochets, complete them all at once, close out with the single crochets to complete the row, and here you are. So we have the bottom row has 3 double crochets per bobble. The next set of bobbles is 4 double crochets. I don't really see in this yarn, I don't really see the difference. Slightly sticks out more, but not a lot of difference here. Let's do it one more time and we'll use 5 double crochets and see if we can see anything different. You have to play around with it. Let's do a couple rows of single crochet. We're on the back side of our work. We have a few puckers from where the bobbles are below. Let's do 5 double crochet bobbles. 3 single crochets to start. Right. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's 1. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. There's 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have 3. Repeat that again. 4. Let's get 1 more in here. 5 double crochets, 6 loops total, yarn over, pull through all the loops, single crochet into the stitch next to it. Do a couple more single crochets between. Let's do this again. 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all the loops, single crochet 3 times. Okay, here we go, another bobble. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3, 4, 5 double crochets, 1 loop, 6 loops total, yarn over, pull through all the loops, and single crochet to the end of the row. Turn your work. It's kind of hard to see the difference in these bobbles, but you can tell if I push on the ones that have 3 loops, They almost kind of flatten out into the yarn. The ones with 4 double crochets, they don't like to flatten as much, and certainly the 5 double crochets are very prominent bobbles. That might be a best way to look at them right here from the side. You can get 5 double crochets, 4 double crochets, 3 double crochets. So it's just a matter of how subtle or prominent you want the bobble to be. I'm going to finish out the swatch here, and there you have it. That's the bobble stitch in 3 different versions, 3 double crochets, 4 or 5 double crochets per bobble, depending on how much of a bump you would like to get. Be sure to practice this swatch and see for yourself. It's different in every yarn, and you might like one or the other. And let me know down below, do you have a favorite? What's your go-to bobble? I think mine is typically a 3 or a 4 stitch bobble, but I really like these bumps up here with 5, so I might need to incorporate them soon. Let me know what you think.